All right, y'all. This is Jane from the ImFreeProject, and I want to get into actor, star on such hits as Cool Runnings and Empire, and what was the one from back in the day, New York Undercover. Malik Yoba stars side by side with Janet Jackson as her husband in Why Did I Get Married 1 and 2. Has decided to come out as trans attracted. All right, so let's talk about it here on ImFreeProject. All right, guys, thank you for joining, and I'm going to get right into the story here, and I'm not going to mince for words on this because the fact of the matter is Malik Yoba has come out saying he is trans attracted. Now, I'm not hating on the brother. You can love who you want to love. You can sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. You're a grown man, and I really don't care about that. However, now, when you start to equate a trans woman with an actual biological female and you're trying to get people to look at that as being normal, then that's when, and not call yourself a homosexual, and you try to call yourself heterosexual and saying that we need to maybe look at the definitions and all of that, then that's where the problem comes in. Then that's when everybody's looking at you like you're crazy. Because the fact of the matter is, you're still not, if you're laying down with a trans woman, you're still not sleeping with an actual woman. You are still sleeping with a man who's just decided to take injections and do some cutting on his face and add to his body. That's all. That's all. That would never change. That would never go away. He can take all the hormones he wants. He can do all the correction on his face to make it look more feminine and all that kind of stuff. However, that is still a man. It will always be a man. And for some who are attracted to those with the girl parts on tops and the boy parts on the bottom. Now, I don't know if that's if that's your case, and I don't mean to laugh at you, but at the same time, you cannot go around telling everybody that you're not a homosexual, but yet you are but you're attracted to trans women, and a lot of them are pre-op. Okay, a lot of them are choose not to go under the knife and get the twig and berries cut. So, I mean, really, dude, you can't have that conversation and lie to everybody and talk about you're attracted to vibrations, as you told Tigger on the V103 show a few days ago. So, you're coming out in defense, and now that you're going to quote unquote speak up. Because you have been a part of trying to help resolve some of the issues within the trans community, and that you're speaking at an event for the Trans March on Washington. Dude, that doesn't mean you can go and create an entire new lexicon or change the language and want to expand the definition of heterosexuality. It doesn't work like that. Okay, I mean, simply because you don't want to use the term and accept it, and then that's not on us. That's not on us. We'll let you walk in that quote unquote delusion, So, and he goes on to say that, they have the story right here. He says it's not about genitalia or sex, but about attraction to the soul and humanity of an individual, and often the beauty that is in the courage and conviction to live one's truth. As a self-identified cis heterosexual man, there he goes. I too am learning what it means to be trans attracted. You need to get yourself together. So he's going to be in the National Trans Visibility March in Washington, D.C. later this month. So, dude. So he said it's not about genitalia or sex. It's not about genitalia or sex. So at some point, genitalia and sex are going to be a part of this conversation that you're not supposed to talk about. At some point, it's going to play a part. Well, so while you're sitting there trying to say that it's not about that, that's not what you're attracted to. So then what do? So then you get down to the point where you're having your business. And mind you, he's of the world, so it doesn't matter. This is what they do. He is of the world. So then what are you going to say when you realize that the trans woman on top is actually a man on the bottom, which you already know more than likely. So then what are you going to do with that? The biological female parts are not there that would be normal in a heterosexual situation, since you're calling yourself a heterosexual man. So, I mean, come on. You can't pull that wool over our eyes, man. It's okay. You like twig and berries. That's your deal. That's your deal. You know, walk in your truth. So stop lying. You tell anybody else to walk in their truth. Stop lying, saying that you're heterosexual when you're actually homosexual. I mean, because until you actually find out, say, okay, well, this one is post-op, you're not gonna know. You know, in many cases, you're not gonna know. But there are a lot out there that are still pre-op and they are dating these quote unquote dudes. You know, so anyway, yeah, Malik Yoba, don't be trying to pull one over. And y'all check out this video where he's basically trying to go in and go off in a freestyle rap video that he posted after all the allegations and all the rumors started floating around on the interwebs. All right. So anyway, this is James from the ImFreeProject. And again, so here's my take on with this stuff. You have someone like Malik Yoba, who's pretty popular, and again, we're dealing with the African American community. So now he comes out, and so again, this goes back to what I've been saying a long time ago. Number one, the trans sanity is going to take over after the same-sex marriage thing started playing itself out. So that was the next hurdle, and then the hurdle again is to weaken and to break down the African American community with all of these social justice ideologies that basically decapitates the head of the black family. So you know, this is the way it's being planned, and this is the way it's going. And then when you allow people with these strong voices and platforms to actually make an influence on your next generation of kids, this is actually what you're going to get. You're going to get men who believe that they can actually sleep with a biological male who has breasts now, who still has twig and berries, and call himself heterosexual. Get out of here. All right, this is James from the ImFreeProject. Remember, keep your faith in Jesus because he is Lord and he is the only truth. All right, y'all take care. Bye.
How quickly people love to spread news with no proof for child abuse. You confused. I see you. You choose to try to make me lose, but I can't. If you try to stand in my shoes, you would lose. You can't win when you live in sin. When you got to begin where it begins again. In the beginning, I told you there was the word, and the word said we will love, and we will love each other. No matter what, you my sister, my brother, whether you be a trans man or a trans woman, I do not know. If you do not understand, yes, this is a freestyle. I'm feeling kind of wild off the top of my dome in somebody else's home. Leave me alone with your words and your comments and the shit you don't throw upon the dome as I think about it daily. Made me move deeper and deeper into my warrior spirit. Here I come. You're going to see it and you're going to hear it. You're going to fear it if you don't understand it. Lean into it so you understand it. See, because all of this is just the way God planned it. You the one that's confused. You the one that's going to lose. How you like that? Those little freestyle. You know, a lot of nonsense is floating around town the last few days. I'm like, what am I going to say about all this? I'm not going to defend myself. I'm going to dig deep. I'm going to lean into my creativity. I'm going to lean into the purpose. And the purpose is the service. That's all it's about. Love. September 27th. Love and Trauma Workshop hosted by yours truly and Miss Carmen Carrera. And on the 28th of September, the Trans March on DC. That's the only reason I posted the video in the first place, was to draw attention to an important subject, that visibility of all people is important.